Okay, so in order to find the hot wire, when I crawl up under there, I need something to hold the brakes on. So what I did was I took my monopod and I stuck one in on the brake paddle and I adjusted it out to the right length, and then I locked it behind the steering wheel so that holds the brakes on. So now I can come back here if I can find me a ground and I can see if there's any fire in this wire, and then I can go underneath there and look at the other wires. Now I'm pretty sure these are wired for the turn signal and these are wired for the brakes, so it's probably going to be pretty easy for me to track down, you know, just come right off of here. I'm betting there's only about 2 wires here because it's only working at one light, and I bet there's probably 3 wires here because I think that is also parking light. Let's put the parking light on. Put the parking light on, and see, I don't need those big fluorescent lights to be running lights. Yeah, so see, the parking lights are in those lights and also the turn signals. So we're going to have 3 wires coming out of there. One's going to be a ground, one's going to be a turn signal, one's going to be a running light, and then so all we need is the brake light and a turn signal, and we should be able to get the brake lights from the little corner lights. So I'll use my monopod again, and we'll put that on, lock that in place, and then we'll get our little test light, and then we'll go see what we can find in the way of far. The ring of far. Now, one of the things I almost always do when I'm using a test light is I test the test light first, and it's pretty easy to do here because here's a ground, and on this starter there's a hot wire that's always hot. So if this light's any good, it'll light up. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it just lit up. So now, along that same principle, let's come back here. And if I can find a good ground here anywhere, I can test these little lights here, these little wires, see if anything lights up. And then, of course, I don't always know if I got a good ground or not. That's the problem. Yeah, they're there. So that white wire is wired to the brake light. So what's this red wire wired to? It's also wired to, I didn't leave the parking lights on, did I? Yeah, I did. Let's go cut the parking lights off. There. Now let's see what we got. So, well, nothing in the white wire, and I got, so this red light here, right here, is a brake light. So I could literally pull this back inside the fender and go to the light here and find which wire is the brake light and hook it right to it. Oh, that's a good start. That's a good start. And I know that I got a good ground on my test light, so that's also important. That's very important. I'll cut y'all off for a minute. So here we are under the vehicle, and these are my lights, and I'm guessing this one with a little ring on it is probably the ground, and then you got a red wire and a black wire. And since I've got this little wire that we were just looking at that comes through the fender up there, the little red wire that I know is hot. Stop that. Y'all behave yourself. Don't make me send the law. Don't make me call the police, because you know they'll come to your house. Just saying. Reach up in here, and I can reach over in here and find that wire right there. Where is that wire? Oh, I see something wiggling right in here. Something wiggling right here. That must be it right there. That is it right there. So let's pull that down here, and then let's skin it. I think what I'll do is I'll take this ground, if it'll reach. I don't think it's gonna reach. I was hoping it would reach to there, but we'll take and put it here on the frame underneath that clamp, and then we'll check that to see if that's grounded. If it is, we'll know. We'll know. See, it's lit up. What I should be able to do then is clean this off. Where's my leather mat? There it is, laying on my tummy. Dang, right there where I wasn't looking for. Oh, the ground fell off loose. Let's put it back. Put it back on there, like this. And now we'll trick that again. Oh, the joy. Y'all didn't know you was gonna have so much fun today, did you? Oh, the joy. Okay, so let's skin that back just a little. Now, if I touch this to that red wire, we got some lights. If I touch this to it, we got some lights. Now, I want the brightest lights to be the brake lights. So that's that, and that's that. So the red wire to the red wire is the brightest light. Now let me get y'all out here where you can see. So you see them. So when I touch the black wire, we get that light right there, which is kind of like a running light, which is good enough for a turn signal. See, some cars have the turn signal wired to the same wire as the brake lights. This one doesn't. And if I touch the red wire, we get that light, which is a really bright light, which is the important light. So what I can do, I can run this wire to this and to that red wire over there, and I'll have my brake lights. And then all I've got to do is find my turn signal and run them to these other lights. And they'll be flashing. Hopefully that's enough to see, because I'll have those other lights up there flashing also. Also, all right, y'all good with that? You don't mind if I go ahead and make that connection? If y'all are good with it, then I will. I'll move right along with it after I rest. It's kind of comfortable. Sometimes when you're laying under your car, and I don't use a creeper, because a creeper raises you up off the floor a couple of inches, and I'm already pretty close quarters up under here already. So usually I kind of lay on a cardboard. Some days it'd be hot and I'd be laying under here, and there'd be a cool breeze blowing in through the garage, and I'd be so comfortable, and I just think, oh man, I could just go to sleep. Good living. Put up a picture the other day on Facebook of me laying under a car looking at the muffler, and somebody said, oh no, and I'm thinking, no, it's not oh no, it's oh yeah, because I'm having fun. I'm laying under my favorite hot rod having fun. Imagine it. Now y'all, Joe Cutworm, wake me up before supper time, okay? Okay.